YouTube, what's going on? It is Saturday night. I just spent the last, I don't know, probably 8 hours working on the layout. Off and on. I ran and grabbed dinner. And I watched a movie while working on it, so it didn't have my undivided attention, but I was working on it. So these little guys just came out in what I believe to be 1 to 32nd scale. I knew they were out in 1 to 24 from Jada. Hollywood Rides, Fresh Metals, or Metals Diecast. 1 to 32 scale, though, is like $6. It's like, yeah, for that price, I'll take I don't collect this scale. But for $6, I don't know. I can certainly own it for $6, and don't think I'm gonna open it, or at least for now I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. As far as like most anything that I have that's larger than 1 to 64 is on my desk at work. So good chance that's where that's gonna go. All right. I did find an assortment of other cool stuff today. Just get all of it out of here. Okay. So Matchbox, for those of you that are keeping track, Matchbox has a new 5 or 6 car assortment out for Mercedes-Benz. Here are the 6 vehicles: CLS 500, the Unimog U300, the GLE Coupe, the G63, the G550, and the SLR McLaren. I don't know what is going on with the G550, but it was nowhere to be found. And I was really curious about it because I know they just released the G550 with the Jurassic Park movie theme. And so it's that tooling, but I wanted to see what the deco was for this release, and I couldn't find it. There's none on eBay, so I'm wondering if there's a delay on that casting, and maybe that's why I couldn't find it. But I could be wrong. I don't know. If you guys know, feel free to comment below. I do real quick also want to talk real quick about the card art, because the card art on these is ridiculous. It's like really, really nice card art. So let's take a look at this Unimog. A little bit different from the older Unimogs. Yeah, it's definitely a lot smaller than 1 to 64, but it's a cool little casting. I think it's interesting that they have it with the National Parks deco. It's just odd to me that the United States government would have a Mercedes in any of their fleets. Could you imagine like the Germans having like a Chevy in their fleets? This is really cool, though. It's unique. It's a licensed model. I love Matchbox licensed model stuff. So that's pretty cool. They get better. This one here is the GLE Coupe. This is a really cool... it's a really cool release. It's a new tooling for Matchbox, and they're really Like, it seems like they're going green light on it, the way that they're putting it out. Because this is the third time already that we've seen this one. And that is a gorgeous color. Wow, that's a really cool color. I don't even know how to describe that color. And my camera sucks too for like doing it any justice. The camera's not doing it any justice. It's a really nice color. Really cool car too. Nice detail with the grill. Really nice headlight tampos. Really nice taillight tampos. Very, very cool car there. I did get out the other two releases of this car so we can take a look. This is obviously the darkest color that they put it out in. The first release was like a gunmetal gray, which is this one here. Also a really cool color. And this is just from the mainline Matchbox. Same level of detail with the headlights and taillights. And then it came out again recently. My favorite release of the three is this one here. This is from the Jurassic Park series. All of these cars are $1 cars. So they all have the same wheels. I think they all... Well, no. Definitely different bases. Two of the three have the same colored base, and then the silver one has a little bit lighter gray on the base. But it's a really cool casting, and you know, now there's three of them. But to me, I think I like this color here the most. But for 1 to 64, you all know I'm very partial to silver. It's just the right color for this scale. Which is weird because in real life I can't stand silver cars. Like, I don't think I'd ever buy one because it's the most common color on the road of any car. By far, there's not even a close second. That is a statistical fact. There's a reason for it though. And I'm sure all of you automotive people know what that reason is. Why silver is the most common color for cars, at least here in the United States. And the reason for it is because there's two reasons. Actually, they both kind of tie together into the same reason. It's the most neutral color that is not white. And therefore, it retains a little bit higher resale value because it's more neutral and it's going to appeal to a wider range of people. That is why you see more silver cars on the road than any other color. So, anyways, a little bit of automotive trivia for you that I'm sure, that's a pretty well known fact. I'm sure you guys already knew that. Anyways, moving along here. So this one here, this is only the, I don't even know. I think this is only the second one of this, but I think it might be the third. I think I might be missing one. But this is the 6x6 in yellow. Again, awesome card art. Yeah, that thing is awesome. I like the original release better. I like the deco on the original release better. I would love to see one of these from Kyosho or somebody like that that's really highly accurate. Just because I think it would be an awesome car. These things are ridiculously nice. They're about $300,000, but they'll go anywhere you want it to go. I saw a show, I think it might have been Top Gear. One of those shows did a feature on the 6x6, and the thing is a beast. I mean, it's expensive, but I mean, personally, I think I'd rather have an H1 Hummer, but this one here would probably be the next best thing, or maybe even better. I don't know. I wonder how many of these they're making, too. There's your detail. See, I think that's part of why I like the pearl white one a little bit better. I just think the deco on it looks a little better. Like, if they could have done the roll bar in a different color. You know, for somebody who wants to do a custom out of this, it's an okay tooling. Because there's a lot of nice sculpted detail. Matchbox actually did some kind of collector club car with this. I don't know if it was for the gathering or I don't know, something like that. But really cool there. This one here is another casting I like a lot. The original release of this car was also in silver. We've got a couple of those. This one is in a frosty, almost like a yellowish, like a frosted mustard, like Dijon color. I wouldn't call it gold, although, it could be a frosty gold. Now, as far as the paint goes on these cars, I don't know if they're OEM colors. It's a good chance that they are. A lot of times with these luxury cars like Ferrari and Mercedes and BMW, a lot of times they will only allow you to release the cars in factory colors with factory decos. This thing looks so killer. I love it. This looks, to me, better than the silver. Which I didn't think I would say that until I got it out of the package. That's why it's so important to open your cars. You can't fully appreciate them when they're sitting in the packaging. And besides, packaging really needs to go in the garbage. So there's the SLR McLaren. These are all very nice castings for being $1 cars. And you can see a lot of nice sculpted detail. You really can't expect more for $1. And I think for $1 at that price point, Matchbox is definitely the brand. So, like I said, I wasn't able to find the G-Wagon. It might actually be a different tooling than the Jurassic Park one, because it says it's a 2014. I thought the one from Jurassic Park... Let me grab it. I thought it was an older model, but maybe it's not. Maybe it is a 2014. Yeah, it is. So this is the tooling. Man, it's a shame. I'm gonna have to get one when I find it, because I really do want to get one of these in a nice civilian deco. So this is what the tooling would be. I don't know what color it is. I don't know. I know it is a civilian deco. I don't think there's any goofy graphics on it. If this was just silver, it would look awesome. casting itself is pretty nice. I would prefer clear glass or smoked glass. Does have the brush guard on the front, spare on the back. So that's the one to look for. I wasn't able to find that, but I did find the rest of them. And the last one here is this CLS 500, which this is a car Mercedes has released quite a few times. I have a silver one, which was from the, I think it was from the Super Fast release. And then I have the green one with the rubber tires. That was in the Best of the World. And I think I have one other one. And now I have a really nice blue one. To me, this is the best looking one here. Even I like this one even better than the one with the real riders. Because look at the wheels on this thing are sick. I mean, that's a really sharp looking car. I'm going to see. See if I can find. Yeah, right on top here is the silver one, and I don't think it was too far buried. There's the green one. I love my Matchbox collection. So awesome. One of these days I'm going to have to do a video. I mean, I already did those videos like 8 months ago, right around the time my son was born. But my Matchbox collection has gotten much larger since then. It's gotten a lot better since then. Because we had that Tucson show. So I grabbed a bunch of cool stuff there. Yeah, I don't think the... That's weird, because I probably have like 3 or 4 of that green one with the rubber tires. It's really buried, and I'm not going to... I mean, there's probably at least a couple hundred cars in here. So I'm not going to dig... I'm not going to dig to find it. The silver one I knew was on top, so let's take a look at the silver one. I think the blue one looks better than the silver one, although I think it's because of the wheels. I think if these wheels here were on the silver one, I might like the silver one better. But this is still a great color for this car. And I love how all of these are, well, not all of them, but 2 of the 5 are, I guess you'd call it like a satin finish. So here's the silver one here. This is from the Matchbox Super Fast release, I think it was. Same level of detail, although it stands out less because the grill tampo is silver and the car is silver, so it's going to hide it. Same thing with the trim across the top of the trunk. But this one does have a license plate. I don't know. I like these wheels better. I would like these wheels better if they weren't chrome. If they were just this style, where it's like, it's not chrome, it's more of just like a metallic silver. There's the front end. so wow, 20 minutes. This might end up being a long video because I have so anyways, there you go. A nice 6-car assortment, of which I only found 5. But for $1 a piece, you cannot go wrong for these awesome looking licensed models. I was happy to find them. I had there were 2 of each of these. I left the others. I don't hoard Matchbox unless it's you know, there are certain castings that I will, but none of the Mercedes. Real quick, since I have them out and we're kind of looking at Matchbox, let's look at this one here. I don't remember when this one was released, but copyright date is 2010 on the base. The scale is 1:67. It's Cadillac CTS wagon. I love wagons. And that's a pretty cool little wagon. Don't see a lot of those on the road. You see a ton of Cadillac. You see a lot of the CTS, the coupes. My boss actually has one. Things are freaking awesome cars. Look at the detail, though, for a mainline dollar car. You just don't get that from Hot Wheels. What you get from Hot Wheels is stupid, goofy graphics all over the car. I hate that. I do appreciate it, and I love it when when Hot Wheels does a nice civilian model car. There's your taillight detail. So there's your Cadillac wagon. They do a really nice Volvo wagon, which I also have in here somewhere. That actually came out not all that long ago. I should really do a Matchbox video on, even if it's just wagons. They have so many wagons. Like the Cadillac Hearsts, the Chevy wagon, they have a Vista. They have an Audi wagon. That's the one. I thought I saw one of those on top here. The Audi wagon is dope. Matchbox is just... This is an awesome brand to collect. Here's a sick car. Matchbox mainline Golf 4 GT. It's an unofficial Golf. That's pretty awesome. What other... Okay, so I grabbed a couple others that we'll take a quick look at. This one here, you might still be able to find. This is a 10-pack, or it might be a 9-pack exclusive. And this is the exclusive car to the 9-pack. It's the Porsche Cayenne. My advice to collectors, if you can... If you're able to get these multi-pack exclusive cars, you should, because they are actually pretty collectible, and they increase in value more than your average die-cast car. As an example, the red Toyota Land Cruiser from a couple of years ago is like a $160 car. The blue Toyota 4Runner is between $20 and $30, and that one's going to continue to go up. So the Porsche may never get that high, but that new Skyline, that's going to be one to have. I don't have that one yet, but I did get this Mazda. This might be a good one to have at some point too. It's a sick deco. It looks awesome with the Gulf blue and orange and the white wheels. Really cool Mazda. So this is one that you should be able to find right now as well. But definitely, you should definitely try to get those. I know it sucks because you're paying $10 for one car basically, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Or you can just not get it. You can just leave it. Here is I like this casting too. This is an old... What is this? This would be a first gen, I think, Might be a second, but I think it's a first generation Cadillac Escalade. And they just brought out the new Escalade. That's one that I have to get. I have not found that one yet, but I've got to get that casting. But they brought out some awesome stuff this year, man. Matchbox has had a great year. But yeah, this is another one that was from Superfast. There's your front end detail. There's your tail end detail. Awesome truck. There's that one. And since we are on the subject of luxury SUVs, this one is sick too. This is a, I don't know what year it is. It's 1/68 scale. This is one of my favorites. I don't remember where I got this. The Gator. Man, that thing is so dope. So that is your Lincoln Navigator. Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator. Matchbox has had some awesome licensing. I've got a Bentley in here. Pretty much you name it, Matchbox has done it. With a few exceptions, like Bugatti, I don't think they've done. They haven't done Ferrari in a long time. But you know what? There might be a Matchbox video in order at some point in the near future. A lot of stuff coming up here in the next week. So I'll have to run through that. And then I might work my way into a series of Matchbox videos. I did bring out a couple other main lines, and then we're going to look at just one premium car. We're already almost at half an hour. So I brought out 4 Hot Wheels mainline cars. Since we were looking at some Matchbox Mercedes, thought I'd bring out a Hot Wheels Mercedes. This is a fresh blister pull. It's mint condition, Gem Mint 10 for all you sports car collectors. This is a 380 SEL. It's copyright date of 1981. And this is a blue card Hot Wheel. I guess it would be considered a blue card, not a black wall. Plus it has the Ultra Hots anyways, so it wouldn't be a black wall. But it's right around 89 to 91, I think, is when this car came out. It is a metal body, metal base. A ton of awesome sculpted detail, but absolutely zero painted or tampoed detail. Only a driver's side mirror. That's interesting. That is accurate to the car. Really nice tan interior. It's a really cool car. And I don't think it's the easiest car to find. It's not impossible to find, but it's a nice car. If you ever come across it for cheap, you should pick it up. This was sent to me as an REOK from Dreadnought back in the day. Really nice roller. So there's that. And then I brought out a few JDM pieces. I'll start with this Lexus. I don't even know what this Lexus is. I think it's like a SC. I don't remember the model because they didn't do these for very long. And this is actually a really nice tooling from Hot Wheels, even though the doors are shaved. For someone who's good at doing customs, this would be a great blank canvas for you. Because it's got, it's all set up to be a nice car. It's got a really nice stance. I like the wheel choice on it. The sculpted detail it's not great, but it's not bad. It's definitely something to work with. But I think that would make a really cool custom. And it's a Lexus, and I'm very partial to Toyota stuff. So Also, whoa, geez, just like the, can't believe I haven't done that before. Just like the, what we just look at. Yeah, just like the Mercedes, it is a fresh blister pull. All of my Hot Wheels are. None of them have ever been played with. I don't collect anything that came out of a toy box or a bin of loose cars. I don't like. If I do buy anything from any like from a yard sale, or like a few months ago, I bought some bags. It was like $5 if you could fill a bag, but I went through and picked through, and anything that wasn't in mint condition, I did not keep. So my mainline Matchbox and Hot Wheels, it is a prerequisite that it has to be mint condition to go into my collection. So all of these are mint condition. This one here is pretty awesome. Nissan 300ZX. One of only 5 or 6 toolings that Hot Wheels has that have opening doors. A lot of people don't realize that. Hot Wheels only has a handful of toolings that have opening doors. This 300ZX and the next body style are 2 of the 5 or 6, however many it is. 2 of them are Nissan Zs. One of them is a London Taxi, and there's a couple others. They don't have many, but this thing is awesome. I love it. It's a really cool color. I think the graphics on this look pretty okay. They fit the car, I think. They're not overdone. It is a left-hand drive North American model. Nice roller. I don't remember when this came out, but this one, like the white Mercedes, this is also a blue card. And it would also be another one that would be a good tooling for a custom. And then the last one that I brought out, this thing is straight up original, vintage, 1981 from the Ultra Hots. And I pulled this thing out of the blister myself. And it's a Datsun 200 SX. I love this little car. It's got the Ultra Hot wheels on it. It's a really cool yellowish gold color. A lot of metal flake. This thing is so cherry. Like, it really couldn't be in any better condition. A little bit of suspension to it. The scale on it is huge. It's probably 1:55 scale. But it's a really cool little car. This one has an opening hood. Yeah, these two vintage Nissans are 2 of my favorites, and I'm surprised that I haven't had to trade these away. I've offered them a couple times, and I'm glad that I haven't traded them because I do like those. All right, one last car I want to talk about. This is an M2, and there are some things that I want to talk about this car. So this is part of the Coca-Cola release that just came out. I've come across this set twice. The first time I came across it, I only got the Econoline. These are $9 a piece. This time around, there was only 2 of them. There was this, and there was the Chevy. There might have been the Ford truck. And I don't like that one. So, but I do like this Chevy Delivery. But there are a couple things that I want to talk about with this, because as I looked at it in the packaging, I noticed a couple of things that are pretty relevant. So I've been very critical of M2 as a brand because of their lack of quality. But as I saw this one in the packaging, I really was very impressed. The first thing I noticed is that both doors were closed. So a lot of times they'll have one of the doors open. And this is the top view that I had of the passenger door. From this angle, it looks like it shuts real nice. And the driver door shuts real nice. That's one of the best closing doors I've seen on any M2 casting. And the rest of the car looks fantastic. I mean, the build quality on this particular car looks immaculate. This door doesn't line up quite as good as the other one, but still lines up really well. Just a little bit of a gap there. Super nice roller. I think that Coca-Cola might have. Oh, look at that. That shuts very, very nice. And in closing it, it didn't push the dash out. I don't know if you guys have ever had that happen, but I've had that happen to me on about 20 different M2 models. The rear bumper is very loose, so there's that. But if it pops out, I can glue it back on, no problem. I think Coca-Cola could have a lot to do with why the build quality on this release is so good. Really nice transparent lens headlights. I really, really dig this car. I think this car is awesome. But for $9, it should be. I mean, I don't know if this is just for the Coca-Cola release or if M2 is having a price increase. But if they have a price increase, that's going to be bad for all of us collectors. Because Auto World and Greenlight will follow suit. And that's a 33% price increase. That is not justified. That is a gorgeous car, though. Beautiful lines. I love the color. I love the deco. It looks amazing. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with the build quality. I saw Champion DJK's video today, and he had a lot to say about Greenlight, and as a die-hard Greenlight enthusiast, I really can't disagree with what he had to say today. I think he was pretty much spot on. Greenlight really needs to get their crap together. They really do. It's becoming a massive issue. To the point where I think a lot of people are going to stop buying them. It sucks when you have to look the car over. You know, it's really, really hard to buy Greenlight on the internet when you can't see it ahead of time. So, anyways, here's my last M2 project from last night. I don't know if you guys saw the video or not, but I love the way this thing came out. I think it looks awesome. Just so that you have a reference, there's what it's supposed to look like. 40 minutes. I wanted to touch on the layout too. I just uploaded a video an hour ago with a little update. I'm finally getting the ground cover on it. And I used grout, tile grout, and fine ballast as a 50-50 mixture. I think it looks amazing. I can't wait until I can start putting the grass and all of the Like just all of the terrain on that thing. I really feel good about that layout. I think it's really going to come out nice. But I was thinking about it today because every layout that I've done, I've sold. This one here is going to be sold. Honestly, for this one here, I would take $20 at the local diecast meet. The one that I'm building now with the bridge, I'm already into it like 16 hours. And I still have at least another 5 to 10 hours of work. So I don't think I could ever sell that thing for less than $500. I don't think I would sell it anyways, so. But there you go. Some awesome Mercedes. Some awesome M2. And some really cool mainline Hot Wheels stuff, which is something we do not take a look at on this channel very often. So take advantage of that while you can. That's a sick Lexus. Oh, since this is out, this is my licensed model Matchbox collection. You can see how deep the bin goes, but mostly civilian deco, not all of them, but all of them are licensed models. Navigator, 350Z, Avalanche, Mitsubishi Eclipse. What else did I see? Oh yeah, your Bentley Continental. Like they have some awesome stuff. Cadillac Eldorado, I think that is. Might be a DeVille. Porsche. Aston Martin. So I love Matchbox licensed model stuff. Ford Mustang convertible. I got a whole bunch of these Land Cruisers. Trucks, Alfa Romeo, Carmen Ghia. And this thing is just chock full of stuff like that. Silverado, Fisker, Jeep Cherokee. If you guys don't collect Matchbox stuff, then you're missing out. One of my favorites. This K5 Blazer is so awesome. A square body K5 Blazer. Park Ranger. That is a licensed deco too. Licensed livery. National Parks for official U.S. only. Yeah, I bought this one back in 07. Before I started collecting, I liked it so much I bought it. Ford Focus, first gen. There's just so much cool stuff for Matchbox. Volkswagen truck. Land Rover. International Scout, which is a horrible casting, by the way. I hate that casting. But it's a licensed model. Tesla. Nissan Skyline. I mean, you guys can see how much ridiculous nice stuff they put out. Here's a Lamborghini. So, yep, Matchbox is definitely a good brand. You all should get into it if you're not, because, you know, the thing is, if you buy them new off the pegs, they're $1. A lot of that stuff that I just showed you to go back and buy is not cheap. It's like $5 to $10 a car a lot of times. So you got to get it while it's new. Get it while they put them out. Get them while you find them on the pegs for $1. Another awesome car that they put out, or truck rather, is this. I've seen a lot of people going crazy for this one. It's going to be a good one to have. This is a licensed model, international. Not 1 to 64, but it's not, at least it's not like a lot of other semis where it's the size of a car. They actually did account for, like, there you go. That's a pretty good sized car there, and it fits on the back of that. And cool thing too, it's a functioning ramp. And you can tow a car. You can put a car up on the ramp and you can get it on the hooks. Really cool truck, man. These are going to be hot customizers. So, alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'm only like 27 or 28 subscribers away from 5,000. That's a huge milestone for me. And I'm thankful to all you folks that collect diecast and watch the channel. So thank you very much, and I will holler at you all at the next video.